Hello there. I know I ended that last one a bit quick. But so I thought, rather than leaving it abruptly like that, I will continue playing through a bit more Heretic. It's not exactly that late, and I can handle it. So, let us continue on. Thou art a Smite Meister. Let me just check. We'll save here. 100% part 1, and we can continue on. I will just go through this level again, just for completion's sake. I keep saying that. Anyway, as I was saying, yes, so much about Heretic. I do like it. I like the enemy variety. I like the weapon variety. I like the fact that the weapons have different attacks when you use magic items. The magic items, the inventory items. The inventory items themselves are quite interesting. Though some of them, there are some of the inventory items which, oh, the HUD. Let me just fiddle with that a bit. There are some of the inventory items which are a bit, there we go. Some of the inventory items are a bit, when I first played through this, I didn't use some of the items much, if at all. There's one or two in particular which I'm thinking of right now, and did I update my information? Hold on. I'm just making sure everything is appropriate. Okay, I think it is. Good. So, pardon for the technical difficulties. Yes, the first time I played through this, there were a few items which I didn't actually use too much. I will try and show them off in this playthrough a bit more. And I will try not to be as stingy with ammunition as I was in my first playthrough. There is reason to be. Some of the enemies which come later are quite tough, and you need to keep items and magical and ammunition for them. Because the game likes to chuck several of them at you at once. In many ways, yes, this game is a Doom clone, I suppose you could say. But I think it is different enough that it does stand on its own as a shooter. In a number of ways, I do actually prefer it to Doom. I think the level design in Heretic is better thematically than in Doom. Doom's levels are great, though they can be rather abstract as to what they're actually depicting. Which isn't to say that the design of the levels in Doom is bad. The design in the levels in Doom is very good. The flow of the gameplay is very, very good. Though, for what the areas in Doom are actually supposed to be representing, I do feel that they are a bit lacking. Compared to Heretic, where you have this, which is the docks, I believe this level is called. Yep. You can see down the bottom there, and you can see there's a dock, and you've got the water, and you've got this little portcullis here for boats to come in and all that. This is one of the items, as I mentioned previously. It's called the Tome of Power. The Tome of Power is effectively secondary fire for all of your weapons in an item form, temporarily, as well as a boost in power for all of your items when you use it. It changes the properties of the weapons when you're using them, and also makes their attacks much more powerful. Or significantly different, that you will change your tactics or using them, depending on the item. Oh, I didn't get that. Oh, that was the switch, right. So, I will be attempting to... How's the sound? I think it's a bit low. Let me adjust it a bit. There we go. There's no switch here. The switch is over there, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. And we go up here. Press that. Did I go in there? Yes, I did. Oh, I heard an imp. If there's one thing which comes to mind at the moment, which I don't particularly like about Heretic, it is that there are a number of enemies in it. And some of these enemies, namely the imp and these flesh golems, as I believe they're called, have variants, but the variants look exactly the same to the base types. The imp and the flesh golem, I believe the imps... The flesh golems certainly do. They have a variant where they throw fireballs. And there's no difference between the models, between them. Which can get a little annoying. When you're trying to anticipate what they're going to do, and they throw a fireball at you rather than charging you. It would be nice if they had a slight visual difference, but they don't. The magic wand there is essentially your pistol. It is a hit scan attack with a fairly low damage and rate of fire. But the upgraded version of it in the Tome of Power, and that's everything, actually gives it, I believe it changes the attack so that it shoots multiple bolts at once. Oh, there's also the items count there. I can't remember what that's counting. Anyway, we'll save for this level. And we'll continue on. I'll probably play this for at least half an hour. As I've said earlier, I am a bit tired. But we'll continue on anyway. God damn it. No! This is what I mean by conserving ammunition. The gauntlets of the Necromancer are effective, but it's not a guaranteed stun against enemies. Now, is one of these imps a variant? I think I saw it. Imps have a claw attack when they get melee with you, and they also have that, which is where they charge at you. The variant throws fireballs at you from a distance. They're pretty weak, they come in droves. They whittle you down with their numbers. Oop. If you're curious, I am playing this in GZ Doom. That's why it looks nicer graphically. And I'm able to look up and down. That's the attack from the Ethereal Skeleton, Ethereal Knight, something like that. There is friendly fire. And they occasionally they throw there. They throw a red axe. I believe the red axe gives them life drain. I can't really remember. As an invisible, that's a see-through wall there. They're behind there. I was shooting them. And we'll be able to see. There, see? And we get another Tome of Power. I should try and show that off. We've got 2 of them. There's no flashlight. Oh, I miss it. Oh. The crossbow is good as a shotgun alternative from Doom. However, you don't want to use it as much as you use the shotgun in Doom, because ammunition for it can be a bit scarce. It is good for clearing out clusters of enemies, but it doesn't have as much spread as the shotgun, whereas the shotgun in Doom has a spread of 5 hit scan bullets. The crossbow, as you've seen, only has 3 shots, and they have to actually physically travel to the target. Small differences. It means that you use the wand quite a lot, or at least I use the wand quite a lot, to deal with individual enemies. There are other weapons later on. As you see, I'm getting claw orbs, which are for the dragon's claw, I think it's called, which is essentially the minigun, the chain gun variant in Heretic. Here we have a torch, which you can use to light up dark areas. If you see here, my inventory down the bottom here, we have the Tome of Power and we have the torch. You press enter to select the torch, and if I press enter again, it lights up dark areas. It's like night vision goggles, and eventually wears out. I'm pretty sure. It should. Yes, we got the yellow key, so we can open up the yellow door. Can I do that yet? No. Okay, we'll come back to that. Here's the yellow door. As I may or may not have said, I am going to be trying to 100% this again, as I did with my first playthrough, which wasn't a stream. That will be finding all secrets, and I suppose killing all the enemies. Finding all the secrets primarily. And that is, I think it's 4 episodes in this. So it'll probably take a bit. But it will be good to have this running in the background while I do other things. The bullets from the crossbow do home slightly. I mean, there's a bit of auto-aim on it, which is not from the options. The bolts actually aim towards the target. At least I don't think it's from the options. I should have auto-aim off. If I do have it on, I will turn it off. Where is it? Gameplay. Smart auto-aim is off. Is it under miscellaneous? No, I'm not seeing anything. I don't have a crosshairs either. So, this is another item. Time Bomb of the Ancients. They look like an hourglass. And when you drop them, I might be able to show off in a bit. There we go. This is the map of the area. Map scroll. It shows the entire level. If you could see it with the texture in the background. That makes secret hunting a lot easier. Ah! Right. If I drop that there, and then you see it blows up after a little bit, in a fireball, damaging any enemies caught in the blast. I don't use them that often. I shall probably try and make use of them more often. The thing is that I tend to hold on to items until later when I might need them more, but then I don't end up really needing them ever. So, Oh, because I'm playing GZ Doom, I can duck and jump. I will inevitably be jumping and ducking. I will try not to break the level's flow by doing either. But I may get past certain pits like that by jumping. I hope you'll forgive me for that. Ow! Ow! No! Oh! Got me! I have to go through it again. Oh well. It loaded from my save, so that's fine. We are playing this through on the second highest difficulty, which is Ultraviolence in Doom, I believe. In this one it's called Thou Art a Smite Meister. I believe, for all intents and purposes, it is exactly the same as the difficulty level is in Doom. I have previously finished it on that difficulty, so we shouldn't have too much of a difficulty. He says, after having just died. Ugh! Talk big and I get put in my place. Anyway. Damn it. Imps love getting behind you and just messing up your pathing. Yes, yes. Right. And onwards. Deal with you. Oh, hold on. Adjust my microphone cable. There we go. Imps occasionally drop wand crystals, which is the ammunition for the magic wand. It's just like pistol clips from Doom, as far as I'm aware. Claw orbs are for the Dragon's Claw, as I mentioned earlier. And an ethereal quiver is the ammunition for the ethereal crossbow, which I was constantly reminded of while playing Dusk, because you have a magic crossbow. I forget what it's called exactly in that. In here, I believe, I actually just picked up an item called a buckler. Silver shield. You do have armor in this. However, armor works a little differently from in Doom. I can't remember exactly how it works. I'll have to refresh my memory on that. But from what I remember, I think armor gives you better protection from magical attacks depending on which armor item you pick up. Anyway, we've cleared out here. Can I save? Oh. Quick save. Yes. And we have 7 secrets in this level. And 153 enemies. I have the yellow door gem. And we will go through here. Up there, you see that purple vial? That is a health potion. But it is not just any health potion. It is a health potion which we can actually pick up and store in our inventory to use later on. This is one of the things I like about Heretic. There are a number of things. Can we lower this now, or do we have to get up there in another way? I think we have to lower that somewhere else. These flesh golems are not much of a hassle. I kind of like dealing with them with the gauntlets of the necromancer, but the drawback from the gauntlets, as I may have said, is that it's not 100% guaranteed that you're going to stun lock the enemy. Which means that sometimes when you're using them, you're going to be melee, and they'll hit you like that. It's... and against more powerful enemies, getting hit like that is not good. Especially when there's a whole group of enemies. Using the Tome of Power does make the Gauntlets of the Necromancer more enticing for that type of thing. And it's still good for dealing with groups of enemies, but getting hit while using it is just like it's a pain. Otherwise, I'd like using them a lot more, but it's like, do you want to conserve ammunition by hitting them with that, and getting possibly damaged in melee? Or do you just want to deal with them from a distance, using some ammunition, but saving health? Anyway. Come on. Those spore things are essentially explosive barrels. Here we'll be able to get 2 health potions. Whoop! Without getting crushed. I will save after that. And we have them in our inventory here. We have 2. And I believe they heal 20 hit points each. They're good to hold on to. Ow. Ow. And there's another Tome of Power, there's the green key, some crystal vials. The crystal vials are the... oh, what would be the equivalent of them? The small medkits in Doom, they heal 5 hit points, I believe, every time you pick one up. You cannot store them in your inventory, they are used upon running over them. Right, and we are right next to another secret. Right here. Oh, and this is an interesting item. Wings of Wrath. Now this magic item is something very different from anything which you would find in Doom. These allow you to fly. There are some locations in the game which require you to use these to get to them. There might be part of the game which requires you to use them to get to it as part of going through the level. There would most definitely be areas of the game which require you to use them to get to a secret. We lower this again because I saw it drop this down, and we can get that vial and we can get that. There we go. But yes, being able to fly, that's pretty cool. And this is something here. I think we might activate that in here, because I want the item in there, the weapon in there. Blue. Oh, wait, hang on. Aha, it's gotten dark. We can use a torch. That allows us to see better. Night vision goggles, essentially. Everything is even a little green. Actually, Aha! Boom! There we go. I use another one. Boom! That's probably the most I've ever used those. I want to show them off. They just have a little explosion, little fireball explosion after a bit. Right, we got the blue key here, didn't we? Yes, we did. I can check here. Oh, hang on. Secret here. I picked up earlier the map scroll again, which is the area map. It allows you to see the entire level, including the secrets. Finding all the secrets will be a lot easier with finding that. Though I think usually they hide it in a secret, so... Right. The secrets are also outlined in that bright pink on the map, so that they're very visible. And that is still not activated. How do I activate that? We go through the blue door. Where's the blue door? The blue door is down that hallway which I was in, where all those exploding spores were. Am I going the right way? No, I don't think I am. Oh, you can see the torch is wearing out, the screen is flickering, and there's no more torch. There we go. Nine hits with this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's a bit of variable damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 that time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that one. Right. So there is a bit of variation in attack damage. Right, we haven't got all the enemies. We're missing 20, and there's 2 secrets. Now, where is a secret? Ah, there's one up here. Around here, and right here. You see the discolored wall? Ooh. A shadow sphere. That, I believe, is like the invisibility orb in Doom. Except, like other items, you can actually choose when to use it. It's stored in your inventory until you want to use it. A very, very nice feature. That's still not active. I'm pretty sure there's not a lever to do that. At least here. Do I press E on it? No. Okay. There. No. There is stairs behind there. I can see on the map. How do I get there? This way. And we go up. And it is over here. Oh, is that a switch there? I got that. Right. And we go this way. Around. Up here. And over here. Aha! How do you get that? Oh! And you wonder where 20 enemies are going to be. Hello. I dropped that there. I don't know if that time bomb can actually damage you. I don't think so. I will save and find out. It'll be good to know for the future. Let's see. Save. And drop one. It does hurt you. It does hurt you. You do hurt yourself with that. Okay. Good to know. Get out of here, imps. You're annoying. And there we go. That activates that. Now we want that. I'll save again. Nope. I'll just load again, because I don't want to waste one of those. There we go. And I will make a loop around, get that. Ow, 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 ow. I was too slow. Ow, get, there we go. I got everything, and I got this, the claw gauntlet. Is it called? Yeah, the dragon's claw. The dragon's claw always looked really weird to me as an item here. Essentially he's carrying, imagine it like a pair of brass knuckles. It's like a gauntlet covering the end of his fist. It looks really awkward. It is our chain gun. And we have all the secrets and all of the enemies. So we will go to the end of the level, which is this way. I'm not going to be going for all items. It doesn't list it on the map there, as I gesture at my screen like you can see it. But yes, it does have items here. I got all of them anyway, so that's good, but if I miss one of those, I'm not going to count it, because I don't know how many there are to find in the level until I finish the level. And I'm not going back into the level once I find out if I've missed one, just to get an item. Right, the gatehouse. Hold on a moment, let me have a look. Right, okay. Well, let's continue on a bit. Imps. Get you! Get down! Ah! There's someone behind me. There's a bit of auto-aim naturally in the game. Even though I have turned it off. Or is that just natural deviation of the attack? I don't know. As I said, some of the weapons have auto-aim. The secondary and tertiary bolts from this actually do aim towards the enemies. You can see here there's a variance of the imps. The ones which are chucking fireballs at me. There's no visible difference between them and the imps which charge at you to claw at you. Just that they throw fireballs. Not all imps throw fireballs. And there's no health difference between them either, I believe. It's just that some of them throw fireballs, and other ones don't. There's a claw in there. Go in here. Get you. Ow. And you. That is a silver shield. It increases your armor by 50, I believe. As I said, I think, from my vague memories of the game, there is a difference between the different shield items you can get. Sorry, I think I had something in my hand. Wasn't a spider or anything. There's another torch. Let me have a brief check. I will just have a look and see whether I can find. Right here. And what's it say? Items. The item is the silver shield. The round shield that grants 100 armor points when collected and absorbs 50% of damage received. Okay. And there's also the enchanted shield. Yes, right. And how does that compare against Doom? Oh, okay. I thought that was a mechanic unique to Heretic, but actually it works the same as it does in Doom. In Doom and in Heretic, when you pick up a silver shield, or an enchanted shield, or the security armor, or what was it called? Mega armor in Doom? Like the security armor absorbs 50% of the damage, but the mega armor absorbs 75, the same as the silver shield and the enchanted shield in Heretic. However, I assume it works the same in Heretic as it does in Doom, from what I just read, that the last armor item you pick up has its damage absorption effect active. So if you pick up an enchanted shield, which has 75% damage reduction, and you go below 100 points of armor, and then you pick up a silver shield, your 75% damage reduction will go to 50%. Because you essentially throw off the enchanted shield and start using the silver shield, which is apparently the same way it works in Doom. I was never actually too sure on how armor worked in Doom. I thought it was just overall a flat reduction in damage. I didn't think there was actually different damage reductions between the different armors you get. I thought that was unique to Heretic, but apparently it is not. Get out of here. Oni guys. More of them. You may be able to hear. Actually, I'll be able to show. No, not the staff. This. There we go. That's the Dragon Claw. It's essentially the chain gun. Except it does count as a magic attack, so it does hit ethereal enemies. Oh, there you are. You're there. And it is a, what's it called? It is a hit scan weapon, so there is no bolt traveling. Whoop. There we go. Now, I just got the yellow key. I will save. And we can continue around. I see ya. Oh. Your friends came out behind me. Put this there. Oh. Did I get anyone? Oh, I got one. It's a bit of a waste. Oh well. Nothing there. There's some large wand gems there. They are rectangular shaped gems as opposed to these little diamond shaped gems. They are essentially the bigger clips for the wand. Get that. Ah, get you. Get down. There you go. And you. There's another item. This is one which I don't think I ever used. Even in my previous playthrough. This is the Morph Ovum. What it does is rather silly. Essentially on use, it transforms the enemy into a chicken. Which, as you would expect, dramatically cuts the combat effectiveness of that enemy. I don't know whether it dispels upon dealing damage to them or not. Potentially it would be very useful against some of the more powerful enemies in the game. which I won't talk about until we actually see them, so as to avoid spoilers. But oh, they're very fast on the draw. I want that health. Do I have max? I have 2. Oh, oh, ow. There we go. And I get you. Oh, ow. There we go. Just save. Get that. Go around here. Pick that up. Deal with you guys. How many guys do we have in this? 117 and 2 secrets. There's Bag of Holding. There's more Gauntlets of the Necromancer. Press the button. That did something in here, did it? No? Okay. Maybe not. It would have then... Oh! Aha! Let's open this. Tome of Power. Ethereal Arrows. Oh. There's a bit of an effect here where the water is constantly pushing you back. Messing up my controls. Get here, get that quartz flask. Get that, and then we have to deal with all these guys. There is friendly fire. So hopefully they will deal some damage to each other. I wish I had a better weapon to deal with groups of enemies. Not my staff. Like in Doom, it's also better to fire the Dragon Claw in short bursts because it starts getting more inaccurate the longer you hold down the button. In bursts of 3, I believe, is what it is. There we go. It's quite a noisy weapon too. Ah. And there, and there, and there. Now, that's one of 2 secrets. And the other one is, I think I know where the last secret is. Oh, well, yes. It just drops down whenever you go through that threshold. This way. Oh, hang on, is that something? No. In here? No. Up here? Ah, yes, I didn't go in here, did I? No? Well, I haven't been in there, but... Ah, there we go. That would open it. And up. And then this teleporter will lead us to... Oh, there's a green key. Don't want to forget that. Back to the beginning. Oh. And we'll get this silver shield, which does give us 100 armor. I want that Tome of Power up there. And how you get it is... Oh, pardon me. Up here? No. Well, we have the green key. Let's have a look in here. Right, I'll just save. And press that. Lowers this. There's an ethereal skeletal knight in there. You will see, just there, that 2 of my crossbow bolts did not hit him. Only the glowy one in the middle did. The other 2 passed right through him. If I try and attack him with my staff, it does nothing. Or it should do nothing. Yes, it doesn't do anything. That's because he is ethereal. As is obvious from the name. Only magical attacks hurt ethereal enemies. You do have quite a lot of magical attacks. Basically, all of your weapons are magical attacks. Except for... one weapon later on, I think, which comes to mind immediately. That's the exit up there. We'll get into that more when we actually get one. Right, I want... Oh, there we go. Ethereal enemies are one of the more interesting things in Heretic. I find they overall don't have that much of an effect on gameplay because so many of your weapons are actually ethereal that they don't really make that much of a difference. But I like the idea. And if anything, I kind of wish that they would have made heavier usage of it. Right. Now I need to... Ow. Ow! Whoa. I'm torn between whether I want to jump across gaps like that or whether I should try and find the actual way to go around. Jumping is something I can do in this, because it's GZ Doom. Would you believe me if I said I just pressed reload? Oh. I just jumped there. So hard not to. Was there something back here? No? Okay, that's just where some imps were. We can go around, get that claw orb, get that, drop into there, pick up the dragon claw, go back up, check whether I have missed any more items up here. No. At least I don't think you can jump in default Heretic. Or duck. And that is all the enemies and all the secrets. So we can continue on to the end. And... yes. Where is the exit? That way. Around here, down here. No, no, hold on, this way. I'll get these. Yes, the larger ones are called crystal geodes. And we have to press that. That lowers that, and then we can ride it up to the exit. Save. And finish. We should have 100%. There we go. All items, all secrets, all kills. Now we have the guard tower. I think here you get to see part of what I like about Heretic. The environments are really well done. And they get better. Get out of here, imp. It may seem a bit easy as it is now. The game does get quite a bit harder later on. It starts introducing more of the more powerful monsters. Right. Drop down. Deal with you. Get that health. Get that wand crystal. Get that one. Imps. Get out of here, imps. Ah! Oh, so annoying. They're small, they're ubiquitous, and they're annoying. But they work well in conjunction with the other enemies because their flying charge attack means that they frequently position themselves behind you out of your line of sight, which allows either you focus on other enemies or the imps behind you start clawing at your back. Also, they get in your way and stop you from backpedaling while you're focusing on enemies in your front. Yeah, I need to stop using the crossbow. I'm running out of ammunition for it. Oh, that's also another benefit of Heretic over Doom. Or, that's a difference There you can see a flesh golem which throws fireballs. They light on fire briefly, and then they throw a fireball at you. There's no other physical difference between them and other flesh golems other than that. I wish there was, just to make it a bit easier to tell them apart. Oh well. What was I saying before? I was saying about the... I can't remember. Oh yes, that is another benefit of, or another difference of Heretic. I shouldn't say benefit, because both are equally good games. There's a difference between Heretic and Doom, is that the chain gun equivalent, the Dragon Claw, does not use the same ammunition as the pistol equivalent, the Magic Wand. They both have their own ammunition. I get you. How many have we got? We've got one secret in here and 109 enemies. Right. And this is the secret. Is it? Did that not count as a secret? Okay, apparently that didn't count as a secret. I suppose that was kind of an obvious door. I do like the music for Heretic too. It's got a nice sort of dark fantasy styling to it. Which suits the game quite a lot. I am sad that Hexen, after Heretic, the game which followed Heretic, isn't as good as Heretic. Hexen is... how to say it? The gameplay in Heretic may be perfectly fine. The controls are fine. It's got character classes, which is interesting in itself, where you choose between a warrior, a mage, and a cleric, I think, to play as. The difference between them is that they have different items and different strengths in terms of health and armor and so on, I think. Ooh, that was good. I ran there. Oh, hang on. However, putting the gameplay aside in Hexen, the level design is the biggest flaw in Hexen, and it's so sad. Hexen has a hub world design where, well, you have a central zone which serves as the central point for a whole bunch of branching paths leading off into levels. Now, this wouldn't be a problem in of itself. However, Hexen also has this mechanic where you have to go into levels, finding switches in the level, exiting the level half done, going into another level to find what that switch did, and then later going into the first level again to finish it. It's like a level will have two halves of it, one of which you have to access by going through another level to get into it, or by pulling a switch in one level, then entering the level again, finding out what that switch did. It's a lot of back and forth finding what switches did which you pulled, and I might do a playthrough of Hexen. I have not finished Hexen. After Heretic, I started playing through Hexen, and I couldn't finish it. Oh right, the Flesh Golem's fireballs are actually those screaming fire skulls, and they home in on you slightly. I had forgotten about that. And they make a screaming noise when they're flying past you. Oh, ow! Get away! Ah! Oh, there's still someone in there? Come on. There we go. I need a green key. But yes, you can see here the level design, which I do quite enjoy. It is quite different from Doom, and I think it does a very good job of showing like environments better than Doom does. Because it feels like you're actually exploring the areas as they're described to you. Like, this is a watchtower. Or a guard tower. Why is this a guard tower? Well, you can see there's a guard tower. And you started off in one. And you went through a little town to get here. Ow. I forget exactly what the plot of Heretic is. I can't remember the plot of Hexen. But the plot of Heretic is, I can't remember it exactly. You're like the last member of your order. No. You were cast out. I think this is the plot of Heretic. You were a member of a magical order. Then a guy came to power in your order called Desperial or something like that. And he usurped power or something. Gained control of your group. Started doing his own evil things with the group. And you were cast out as a heretic because you did not follow along with his teachings or something like that. And thus your goal is to eventually defeat Desperial, something like that. It's like D, comma, or D apostrophe S-P-I-E-L or something like that. Desperial. Right, we've got the one secret and like 9 enemies. Now, where would it be? Up here? Oh. No, that's back here. And I haven't found the, what's it called? The, map scroll. Oh. Nope. Yeah, that looks like one, doesn't it? Go through the yellow door. I press that. Not on one of the houses, is it? Oh. Oh, I got that. Oh! Aha! Hello. That wasn't a secret? Okay. I suppose that automatically dropped down. Right. Go into here. Around here. here. There's nothing left of that imp but a red smear on the ground. Ah, here's another enemy. These are... I suppose they're called like evil magicians or something like that. They fly around and they fire magic bolts at you. I'll just save. Pretty sure the level always ends. And they might flicker ethereal while they're casting spells. I'm not too sure on that. Ooh, he had a tome of power. How cool. Right. There's still like 11 enemies somewhere. But yeah, this is what I mean by level design in Heretic. Look at this giant spiral staircase leading up to there. That's so cool. Anything over here? No. I heard that. That was just the door closing. Ah. Grunt, 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 grunt. Oh, look at that. I suppose the vials restore 10 health. Nope. There? Nope. Down here. Sploosh. Sploosh. There's nothing else here. No. Okay. Go along here. Oh! Oh! Aha! Aha! I hear ya. There we go. This isn't a secret yet. There we go. That's a secret. And there's a bunch of enemies in here. We got the map scroll, for all the good of it is now. The imps are fighting in midair. We got another morph over them. Probably won't use. Not yet. The enemies now aren't worth using it on. Wait until we come across some bigger enemies. And that is all the enemies. Yes. And all the secrets. The only one secret, even though there was like several other things which I would have counted as secrets, but apparently they do not count. I don't know. The methods of the game developers are inscrutable. Anyway, ow. Go back up the stairs and go around them now. There we go. And we save. And we'll end the level. The guard tower finished. All the items, all the kills, all the secrets. And 16 minutes. That's pretty good. Now we have the Citadel, but so I'm sure you can guess. Groovy music. But I'm afraid that's going to have to be for another day. We'll save this here. And I thank you very much for joining me for this little extra stream at the end of my dusk secret collecting stream. I'm very glad that I've finished that game as much as I have. And I finished it on the hardest difficulty as well, so I don't think there's anything for me to go back and do, except for a few achievements, but I'm no achievement hunter. I just like finding secrets. So I will say goodbye to all of you. I'll stop the recording.